There we go. I'll spoke about a Slip Panda. Glad to have you too. We are returning to the Macro Mino March thing that I'm working on. Right about the Amazing Digital Circus, since I'll be watching the Burp, not the premiere of episode 8. I mean, big fan of the gays. Gays are pretty neat, I gotta say. Hold up. I'm actually... You know, I'm a big fan of the Amazing Digital Circus. It is, like, I would argue, probably the best independent animation that's been going on in, like, the last couple of years. You know, Gooseworks, absolutely spectacular writer, and also, like, complete, you know, chaos disaster. I love her a lot. Platonically, I say, referencing nothing in particular. But no, Amazing Digital Circus is great. I think it's just like at this point, it's just a curse to be on the internet. I feel like if the Amazing Digital Circus like got picked up by like and syndicated properly in like the television space, it would actually like, you know, acquire the fan base, people who are like well adjusted, and it deserves better. Anyways, but yeah, no, the Amazing Digital Circus finale it's not the finale. It's I think this is the one that she used the word fun to describe it, but like fun in all caps. All right. Episode 8 is not the finale. That's what I had thought. Okay. But no, I'm chilling. It's been a bit of a weird week. Or 10 are planned. I think I've drawn the head too big. I definitely have a tendency to draw the head too big, I feel like. I feel like that's a frequent occurrence. This has been a week indeed. Does not spoil episode 8 here if you do plan on watching both stream and episode 8. Yeah, please don't do that. That's the kind of thing where I'm like, I will like actually meaningfully ban you, because that's the kind of asshole move that I'm like. it seems to me like, I don't know. There's certain things I look at and I'm like there's no reason you would do this outside of like you're here for the kind of energy that like I don't want to have in this space. It's been a week indeed. Also, they announced a sequel to series for Final Fantasy IX, and my heart is not strong enough for that. We shall send you to the shredder. The shredder for bad and naughty chat members, but not the bad and naughty where it's fun. It's the bad and naughty where they're just kind of it suck, and I don't want you around. Start with a warning. This is all I will say. Oh, that's like one of my favorite things. It happened to me twice with video games. Amori and then in Stars in Time, where both time it starts and the first thing it does before you're even hit with the fucking title screen is content warning for some shit. And I genuinely I look at that as like a mark of pride, to be honest. I'm like, whatever the fuck they wrote is like real enough where they feel genuinely like people need to have this warning. Oh, come on, Ruffles. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. This game contains some shit. Yeah, I mean, yeah. And you know, I'm not gonna spoil either of those games for people who haven't played them. But if you, what's up, Chris?
You didn't drop me any grapes. You'll just fly at the area they grow at grapes without flying back to give me any.
Listen, they're my grapes. You got cheese. All warnings are good warnings except for the FNAF jump scare warnings. Well, I mean, that would necessitate you to be like interacting with a FNAF thing. Speaking of, impeccably well timed. Welcome on, Adelianos. That'd be a Sweet Bean. That's really, really funnily well timed. Thank you for the 10 biddies also. But no, I didn't plan that. It was just incredibly well timed. Till the sun burns out and I rot for clout. Let's see. These pauldrons are fucking wildly designed. Is this gonna be the lowest? But no. Anyone got anything fun planned for the weekend? I'm gonna be busy this weekend. Unfortunately. You know, job hunting because my boss is toxic, but I hope you're well. Welcome on, Sorrel. Glad to have you. I'm so sorry to hear that. I'll be honest with you. As someone who's also job hunting, it's rough right now. It's like worse than 2008 levels if I had to guess. And the only reason that that doesn't look that bad from like a numeric standpoint is because of DoorDash, which is not a living wage even remotely. I've been very normal about a Minesweeper roguelike. I will be crying not being at the cons. I'll be very, very busy. I forgot also, because it's TFF that's happening this weekend. I forget. LinkedIn is my pretend BFF right now. I'm gonna be honest with you. I deleted my LinkedIn account because there was genuinely nothing of value coming through it. Fernal Equinox and TFF this week, and TFF is next week. Okay. I'm going to all the bird meetups. Hell yeah. Hopefully you have fun with those. Be sure if no one else starts the bird chant, you gotta do, hold down the fort for us. I have to imagine someone will do the bird chant though. That is the bird meetup event. That it's the canon event that happens at every bird meetup. Is that someone starts a chant of bird and then everyone goes bird, 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 bird. But no, I'm definitely I am very much of the opinion that nothing of value is on because I don't think digital job searching is a thing that even works anymore. I think to some degree I've just become so heavily disillusioned with the state of the world that I'm just eh. I would rather not even give them my information. I just try all avenues. That's fair. See that are seeing a bird halfway across the room and zooming over to them. I'm gonna go to Fertile Equinox next year since it's not as far as I thought.
We're rats. We're the rats.
What's up, Crisp? Oh, that whispering is taunted. Welcome on to Cynic Deval. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. But no. Oh, you requested the song? Yeah, I usually start the song. I start the evening off with about 2 to 3 songs, just because I want to make sure that there's time for people to put stuff in the queue. And if the economy improves, I'll probably go to cons out of state or out of the country next year. I mean, here's hoping that it improves. Although, to be honest with you, I'm expecting something that's going to make the 2008 recession look like fucking child's play at this point. My hopes are not high for the economy. Let's see. To be fair, I have never experienced a good economy. I think by the time that I was old enough to understand what an economy was, it was fucking 2008. I just hit double digits. I was 11 or 12 at that time, and I'm like, well, just wait until 40 years and a day from now. I turn 27 tomorrow. Happy early birthday, Kasai. I will not be streaming tomorrow, so my entire adult life has been a bad economy. Yeah, here. Hold up, we have a birthday. Rats, we are the rats celebrating yet another birthday bash. There it is. Rats, rats, we are the rats, celebrating yet another birthday bash. Yeah, you know, of course I know the website. To be fair, Kusa made me aware of this website. Anyways. Yeah, I'm so glad that website exists. But no, I'm just like, because I've had, since graduating college, I've had 2 jobs, and both of them took me, one took me 8 months to find, and the other took me 9 months to find, and I'm currently approaching, like, what the fuck? Fugi, what's, okay, oh, I don't know why Fugi's doing that. That was weird. But I've never had a job search that lasted, I technically have been searching for a job for more than a year now, because I'm very much underemployed, and also I want to get out of Indiana. I know, because of Snake Station. Economy is in shambles. I deserve a silly little treat on the Steam sale. Currently, my last job has been a year-long search. Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at right now, unfortunately. You want to move to Canada? I would like to move to Canada. I'm at this point, currently I'm being pragmatic, and reconsidering and thinking about moving to Chicago, as kind of an intermediary step for, you know, Canada. Jobs in Canada are kind of hard to find. Pragmatic? No, pragmatic. Oh, Chicago, yikes. No, Chicago's a pretty nice place to live. There's a lot of like Chicago propaganda that gets kind of put out there, in part because it, you know, don't get me wrong, there are areas of Chicago that are dangerous, but if you know what you're doing, it's like, it's pretty easy to go there and like not at all feel like you're in any form of danger. I would get so pregnant for cash. Chicago's, yeah, Gary, Indiana's right there, and that's the more dangerous place to be for sure. I'm still I'm stuck until my 50s. I'm trying to think of, like, is it because of like student loan forgiveness stuff, or I can't leave until my 50s because that's how teaching works? Oh, imagine how a guy who's super Baltimore, Maryland is worse than Gary, Indiana. He's super iconic for that fact. As someone who has been to Gary, Indiana multiple times, that shit is basically the purest form of urban decay. Government makes you have 30 years before you can retire. So, like, my retirement setup, everything that's used of funding is all tied to where I get stuck at after tenure. You survive Gary, Indiana. I drive through it. I've driven through it a couple of times on my way back from Chicago. Don't get me wrong. I would under no circumstances, you know, suggest that it was good. But, like... It definitely is, it definitely is, like, an experience of, like, it's like, if you want to experience pure urban decay and also have, like, a solid 60 to 70% chance of getting shot, Gary, Indiana's the place. If I change to a different school district or go to a different state, I basically start from the beginning again. Oh, that sounds awful. Welcome on in, Trendy at Westlinks. Glad to have you, Sweet Beans. Can we get a show for Trendy? Starky, hi, Trendy. Grabs you, grips you, squeezes you. It squeezes your ectoplasm out. I don't know. Is that ectoplasm? Is it smoke? How does goo in skeleton work? We were talking 55 and be so gay. Girly Pop, I'm under no illusions that I will be allowed to retire. I will probably be coding until the day I die. I will probably die in the office. Squeezes bone marrow. Okay. So we got like... I've never actually drawn... This is the first time I've ever drawn armor. Starky, fish in VR chat yet? I have. It's fun. Spiritual energy. It's just bone marrow. Nen from Hunter x Hunter. I have not seen Hunter x Hunter. The only thing I know about Hunter x Hunter is the child molestation fight slut clown. That's the only thing about Hunter x Hunter that I know of. Huh? The fucked up part is like that's not like an that's not an over exaggeration. But yeah, the Hisoka, the fight slut clown is significantly worse in context. You mean the Republic? What? Where's that coming from? Starky, watch Hunter x Hunter. That's okay. It's worth watching. I mean, okay. As someone who enjoys the process, I genuinely think I would enjoy watching Hunter x Hunter. That he's really that it's really cool except for that. Oh yeah, that. Welcome on in Mystic Wind. Glad I was sleeping. Because like I enjoy the. Oh, welcome on in YFT. What's up, Crisp?
What is this thing?
I wouldn't touch that. I don't know what it is, but you probably shouldn't just touch things in the lab.
Never mind, it's yours, Starky.
I mean, it's just an uncomfortable character. It's not a big deal. No, that's fair. I think I would genuinely enjoy watching Hunter x Hunter. I think the big thing is, like, I feel like if you're going to watch Hunter x Hunter, you're also going in with the knowledge that the series will not be actually given an ending. I have known it primarily as hiatus ex hiatus. That's the nickname I've heard it by. The current anime actually got a soft ending. It's like reading Berserk and would still recommend. That's fair. Welcome on, YFT. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I mean, when I set your phone to vibrate. I'm still not... Why is... Is it because it needs to be, like... I think I need to bring the arm in. I think that's the issue. The arm is, like, out in a way that, like, doesn't necessarily make intuitive sense. Is Zeph here? Zeph is here. Are you today? Nice. Yeah. Currently, I'm trying to figure out anatomy and perspective. I have a very very strong artistic habit of drawing shit that is gonna be difficult. And I think because I've gotten a lot of people who are like, I've gotten a lot of compliments to the effect of like I've made a lot of progress. And I think in part a lot of that is a result of the fact that I give myself challenges. I need to complain about D&D stuff because Zeph is a player, so I can't spoil them. My world building is cursed. I need to learn how to play. I need to learn, like just sit down and read through the GM guide for Pathfinder 2nd Edition. That is currently lower priority. The current priority is definitely so current priority is definitely the video essay. Talking about convoluted and fun shonen anime, boyfriend is making me watch JoJo and just finished part 2 has been very fun. I would argue, so part 2 is definitely better than part 1. I'm of the opinion that you don't necessarily need to watch them all in order, which is not necessarily a shared opinion across the entire JoJo fan base. Like, that's something of a contentious opinion for a JoJo fan to have. Is the arm too long? I think the arm might be too short. Or like I think I've, because I think it needs to be like kind of like foreshortened. If I'm thinking about like where this would reasonably be. But no. I quite enjoy JoJo's. I'm excited for JoJo's Part 7. I need to watch that. I'm probably gonna be watching that with some friends though. In part because my brother is a huge anime fan, and it's been extremely difficult to get him into JoJo's, and I feel like if you start with Part 7, because it is a universe reset, there's a lot of references to the previous parts, but nothing that like you need to know from them to understand. You could skip either part 4, part 5, and part 6 would be the same. I'm of the opinion that part 5 is, so there's the ongoing joke of the curse of the even parts, for because parts 2, 4, and 6 are a lot better than parts 1, 3, and 5 respectively. I won't skip any parts personally. Oh, don't get me wrong, I would definitely recommend going back like once you've developed an affinity for JoJo. Like for JoJo's, I definitely do think it's correct to go back and rewatch. But it for me, I'm like, JoJo is as a series is extremely difficult to get into in a way that like very few other series are. So I'm of the opinion where it's like, I'm not going to waste your time. Here's some of the good stuff. If you like the good stuff, you know, like you'll like this, you'll like the bad stuff. You just need to develop a taste for it. It's like a micro dosing, learned, developed tastes. You drink a little bit of coffee and eventually you develop a taste for it. Well, you don't want to part 1 with a gay tease. I mean, you've been that parts 4 and 5 completely overlap in terms of overall world building. Well, come on now, Sheehan. I'm glad I guess we've been. I'm trying to think of. I think people are largely exaggerated about JoJo being difficult to get into because it's about the time investment, but I'm also a Nasuverse fan, so I'm immune to that. I think therein lies, like... I think therein lies kind of the crux of it. Is, like I said, I mentioned it earlier, I'm very much a pragmatist about a lot of stuff. So, like, I'm of the opinion where it's, like... asking someone to dedicate, you know, a substantial amount of time just to see if they like JoJo's, because like I think it's better to start with a thing that's like, how do I explain it? I would say that JoJo's easier to get into the Naruto. I'm trying to think like a good way to explain the kind of the principle at play. Like JoJo's is good if you like JoJo's. Some of the parts aren't good if you don't like JoJo's. Part 4, Part 4, I think, is genuinely quite good, even if you don't like JoJo's. I think even if you're not a fan of what's going on, like the power system, the ridiculous nature of it, you'll still enjoy Part 4 because it's just a goofy like small town murder mystery drama. So like at its core, there's something there for kind of everyone. But like if you're asking me, I'm like, I don't like the JoJo's base idea, but then you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch Part 1. I'm gonna be like, you're a fucking idiot. Like you are a fool. Naruto is more digestible, but JoJo is immensely better. One Piece is only 1,155 episodes just for season 1. And to be fair, I'm gonna be honest with you. If you're reading the manga, it's not that hard to catch up. You are definitely, if you're approaching One Piece from a manga perspective like you would any other light novel or like a novel, you'll catch up over the course of like a couple of months just reading an hour a night. That's how I did it. That having been said, there are certain pieces of media I'm like, oh. Dragon Ball is very easy to get into, mostly since it's made in a similar time. I would also argue that Dragon Ball doesn't necessarily have it doesn't necessarily have as much going on story-wise. It's easier to pick up and figure out who these characters are and like what's going on in Dragon Ball than it is in a lot of because like it's very like WWE or like show fighting coded, where it's just like, hey, here's this simple idea, now watch them fight about it. Dragon Ball is literal popcorn media, affectionate, and don't get me wrong, there is a place for popcorn media, affectionate. You know, it clearly there is. I'm about to hit y'all with a take that I've heard it from multiple people. Solo Leveling is like the modern example of popcorn media, where you're not watching Solo Leveling because it does anything exceptionally well. You're watching Solo Leveling because you just want a thing on, and you're like, yeah, I could go for another episode. It's infinitely digestible. Delicious Side Dungeon, I would say. I disagree, because Delicious in Dungeon is it has a lot going on where you can binge the entire series, but I think you would benefit from like taking a break every couple of episodes to really think about the lore implication, like the world building and implications of like various things. Because like there is clearly a ton of thought that the mangaka put into this world, like into the world that she's built. At least I think the mangaka of Delicious in Dungeons is a lady. So leveling is fast food that will ruin your health if it's the only thing you consume. Yes, I'm a hater. Oh no, don't get me wrong. I would never advocate it being the only anime someone watch. What I'm saying is like popcorn or like potato chip like anime where like you're not You're just kind of like sitting there, not like brain turned off, mindlessly watching, and you're like, yeah,
Binge
go for
all
another.
Dungeon Meshi, Food Wars, and Toriko, and you're not allowed to eat until you finish each series.
That sounds like a good way to disappear an entire kitchen's worth of food. Dungeon Meshi is art, and yes, the author is a lady. Based to be honest, yeah, that's right. Because her thirst trap character is Senshi. The character she enjoys drawing the most is Senshi. Welcome on in, Phoenix. Let me have you, sweet bean. I'm feeling relatively happy with how the face is turning out here. Let me. All right, let's fucking figure out the hands. You sure the shapes are real good? Yeah. I feel like I'm learning. I'm meaningfully improving my shape language, which I'm very, very happy about. It's funny to me how Senshi does, how she doesn't make Senshi hairier because it would be too much work to draw him. I mean, that's fair. I was watching the clip of Laios finding a Minotaur and being like, he's 100% autistic with a special interest in monsters. Oh, absolutely. Here's the thing. I love the fact that there is someone out there on Tumblr. God bless Tumblr. Tumblr is simultaneously great and terrible. But they come up with some really, really great names for shit. I love the Tumblr user who had not seen Dungeon Meshi, had only experienced these characters through the fan works, like the fan art and like the like, oh, this is what this character is like, and was just like, there's like a post about like, it was a picture of Laios saying like, be sure to eat well, and then the reply was, thank you, Autism Knight. And to be honest with you, I think Laios being Autism Knight is like genuinely positive. Like I genuinely think that that's like incredibly positive, like an incredibly positive and health like depiction of like autism. For some reason, there's a lot of Wolf's Rain Empreg. Also, the reason that she has so many panty shots is because she was raised in a rural area. So seeing older guys in just Findoshis was very normal, and what defines older men go for her. Remember the anime Wolf's Rain? Nope. Here's the thing. I watch anime so infrequently that like I only ever end up watching the good stuff. The worst anime I've ever watched was 2 seasons of Shakugan no Shana. And that anime is a piece of dog shit. It's fucking awful. I'm serious. That anime is just terrible. I will say this, Wolfrain is good, but fuck those last 3 episodes. That shit ruined my life. What is this? What is happening with this music? Since we gotta leave the animes and the AMVs. But no, like the opening's a banger. Shakugan no Shana's Light My Fire is an absolute bop and a half. It's so good. It's such a bop. But like it you know, the anime itself is basically like fucking suffering incarnate. A very good taste, Borbo. And I'm just like, I was just so mad. I had suffered through season 2, which was basically just a 12 episode rendition of the tsundere character archetype. And then the fucking season 3 opens and the main character is evil. And I'm like, I can't fucking do this anymore. And I just stopped. I just stopped because I was so fucking angry. Shago no Shana's peak early 2000s light novel. It peak in that it is very 2000s light novel. It is not, it is very mid otherwise. To describe my feelings towards the latest Amazing Digital Circus episode in a single emote? No. No. No spoilers. The last season ending is dog shit. Yeah, there's a reason why I saw that and was like, this isn't getting better. This isn't getting better. It's only gonna get worse, isn't it? And I just dropped it as, like, I didn't even finish episode 1 of season 3. But no, in part of the part of why I'm like, nah, is because I don't want it to like set an example. That's the thing with like being a moderator, is a lot of times you're just acting as like a behavioral example of like what people in chat are supposed to be doing. Well, come on, Namori. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I will say, I'm sure the 2000, I'm sure Shakugan no Shana's light novel was also extremely disappointing. So like it's not like it was like a great piece of media that was ruined. I'm sure it was like just as middling as everything else was. But I feel extremely bad for, there's two fan bases I feel terrible for in terms of the adaptations they got. Promised Neverland fans and Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer fans. I'm very, very sorry for what you have had to experience. both those adaptations. I'm in the former and I won't ever recover. Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer is like, I still want to get the, like, my friend who read the manga treats it like a trauma event. Like he saw episode 1 and he was like, this is genuinely like genuinely, like, he has like they have trauma associated with like actual real life events, and the way Lucifer and the Biscuit Hammer got treated is like on that level. Get DM'd a nerd. What is this? What are you sending me? So at least it's not the Endless 8 arc-wise. Okay, to be fair, Endless 8 was just funny. That was just funny. That was a funny thing that they decided to do to an anime community. Funnily enough, there I can think of an example for Spanish. Fotopata. As so the meme fototeta translates to titty pics, and then the one that got adopted for I guess fotopata is literally foot pics, but it's very like that gets translated a lot. Fotopata. What the fuck? I'm banning my moderator. I'm banning my moderator for doing this. God damn it. I hate it. I hate... Why? Why is my chat like this? Fursona is not a pun. It is. Fursona is fur plus persona. A persona basically being something that is, like, representative of yourself. You know, persona... and then fur. This brings me no joy, but it's happening. We're killing Kasai. I mean, there's a difference between pun and wordplay. There's enough overlap where I would be willing to allow that instance. All right, we're being turned into a rabbit. But welcome on in, Matthias. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. What did I miss? Nothing. You missed nothing at all. Nothing happened. The chat is being very well behaved, very normal, not causing problems in the slightest. All right. They have the hydrate. Welcome to Geeks Boy. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Sure. I'm currently trying to figure out hands. To be fair, look at this fuck-ass hand pose. I could not possibly have given myself a worse hand pose to try and draw. Cast a move on the beak. Welcome on in, Burb Song. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Now you're an easier prey. That's Vorny. Oh no, the the chat overlap is starting to hit. Hungry. Look, I'm not buying that book for the context of OO because I'm a language nerd. Whatever you need to say to convince yourself. I made a new D&D character idea. Ooh, what were we thinking? You know, the first documented instance of Uwu was in a Yu-Gi-Oh fanfic. It was like he would likely be pred-pilled even if he was a prey animal. Just saying. I mean, yeah, I'm goob regardless of my form. So if you know, no matter what animal I might be at any given moment, I'm still able to like gorbzorb. Starky, why are you a Tumblr sexy man? I don't know. Who says I am Tumblr sexy man? You are a Tumblr sexy man. Tabaxi Grave Cleric, a fluffy snap that's a bundle of anxiety and healing magic. Welcome on, Ivan. Can we shout for Ivan? How you holding up? You kind of are, yeah. I don't know how to feel about this. Hot. Welcome on, Marms. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Going for Stealth Cleric? Ooh, that sounds like a lot of fun. Any character Tumblr sexy man. God works in divine ways, but where in the divine did you come from, cleric? Do you play 5e? I played a little bit of 5e. I'm not like super duper knowledgeable. Okay, I'm looking at my own fingers. The finger might be a touch too thick still. Okay, something like this. What is... What in the... What? I'm working on the concept of a backup character in D&D. To some degree, it's, you know... I miss doing tabletop RPGs. There's a lot of stuff I wish I could do if I had more time. Capitalism. I blame capitalism for my fundamental lack of time. The American dream, damn it. I'm gonna try to run one in a shop for a Goblin Quest if you wanted to play. That could be fun. I've not heard of Goblin Quest. I cast Ligma Shield. I cast Ligma Shield. In case this is a Ligma. Okay, it looks not great because in part, so it's equal parts I fucked up the perspective. Like, I fucked up the perspective, and also the hand isn't attached correctly. Here. Would you press the button, you get to live 1,000 years, but so will capitalism? I would not do that to the collective society. Welcome on, Chronos. Glad he's sweeping. Okay, move that in here. Because to some degree, this is fucked up perspective. Like, because it's macro, I've given myself, I've doubled down on hand related bullshit. Why the fuck did I do this? I love confetti. That's not confetti. That's my fucking gray matter falling from the ceiling. After I detonate my fucking skull. Art masochism. Macro A? Yeah, that's the hope. Okay, just treat it like it's an actual fucking sketch instead of treating it like it's goddamn line art. Who is this handsome fellow? This is my side Sona. So this is Anthus here. This is what he was an adopt. I got a couple like a while back, and I want to actually draw him because like I don't necessarily have that much art of him. Actually, I have a couple of commissions coming for that have him as the theme. He's a moo man. My side Sona sounds like he says like it's his side bitch. Okay, not safe for work, Sona. What the girly pop? I don't fucking know. Side OC. Yeah, to some degree. Gonna start building the bed frame. Wish me luck. Best of luck. Oh, Count to you! Welcome on in! Thank you for subscription for 4 months! Enjoy the afternoon emotes, you sweet bean!
Howdy, Starky. Nearly 13 sus.
We can be more creative. More creative with what? I'm currently, actually, you'll probably enjoy this piece. I'm currently working on a macro, a piece to celebrate macro merch. Although I kind of need to get a move on. Not, the pun was not intentional. Fuck Sona, shag Sona, preg Sona, top Sona. None of those words, none of those are words. That means steppies. I mean, he's got hooves instead of feet, so... Hooves can also be steppies. I suppose that's fair.
What does this button do?
If you dip hooves and inks, they're stampies.
Push the button. You have no idea what it.
That's a good way of thinking about it. Big, welcome on Afro. Glad to have you, sweet bean. I'm glad that at least like it's selling properly, like a it's immediately clear that it is a macro piece.
No. No. No.
Bonjour, mon ami. What is this song? Lady Gaga, Fashion of His Love Cupcake Remix. Actually, as a certified macro, I proclaim this piece big. I want it immediately. Send it to me. I need to get you in contact with my mod, because Oshido has a ton of these. Please. Yeah, there you go. Oh. There you go, it's in the chat. Although I can also actually, I should probably reach out and provide it to you proper. There you go. There are so many of these cupcake remixes. Afronasia Bun the Madonna at the time. Honey, I had a playlist. There's so many of these. Okay, thank you. No problem. I love this shit like this. It's cupcake mixes and then some. It's not Sabrina, Kim Petras, I think are like the curse stuff that we get in occasionally. I love it. I love Kim Petras, but also like I'm scared to play her songs because some of them can be fucking extremely wild. I think I finally figured out. That took me vaginetta quality. Butt slut. Doggy reference. Are you ready then, Starky? Am I ready for what? I guess you're fair. I shouldn't be surprised because am I ready? No, I'm never ready for anything. I just kind of express anxiety and then die. Same bestie. Hope you will be. Cupcake and Michael Jackson Thriller Visualizer. What? Actually, hold up, because the finger would be a little bit thicker. This is the kind of thing I probably should be referencing visual, like I should probably have like a visual reference for. I believe most popular songs were created in HAL. To some degree, if you are a fan of anything that is not the 4-5-1 chord progression, I can agree with that. As someone who enjoys weird harmonies, I do not necessarily like the ubiquity of certain musical choices in pop music. And there are certain genres I just hate entirely because of their pop music. Looking at you, country. I actually I like country music, but I like country music that isn't pop country. That hand might be too big. Wait a second, because this is just... This is perspective. I'm just trying to sell the perspective. That's what it is. It's perspective. Me when I fuck up my piece. No, it's not the proportions are wrong. It's that it's a weird perspective. prospects you, prospects you. Finds you distinctly lacking in gold, throws you back in the river. Oh, Lord. Okay. So think about where... But this is actually, this is the second ever macro piece I've drawn. AKA by perceiving something it is so. What if your perception has domain over the physics of laws of physics? That's an entire ass SCP. Like straight up, that is just a fucking full on SCP. And like it basically just causes people to fucking spontaneously detonate due to physics interactions that they are not equipped to properly understand and replicate. Okay. Is there anything I'm missing? I think one thing because I'm looking at this eye and I'm like, The shape is good, but the song sounds perfect for Dungeons and Dragons. It kind of reminds me of I can't remember the name of it's like the German band, the Du hast Rammstein. Art is great because like your day will be going so fine, and then you'll start art and you're like, wow, it's looking really good, and then you'll notice a single thing that's wrong and you'll fucking violate, like it just detonates your entire mood towards the piece. It is really good so far. Thank you. But that wasn't me fishing for compliments, by the way. That was to some degree me just being like, ugh. I think to some degree, it's like art. Oh, come on, Kilo. Thank you for the rocks being thrown directly at me. It's like a weird. This song is about a ghost story involving visions surrounding a cursed apple, if I remember correctly. So this, what my understanding is that this is welcome on a gadget. Glad to have you, sweet Bane. This is which is the one that Snow White and the Seven Deadly Seven Deadly Dwarves. Snow White and the Seven Dwarves backstory. Hope you're well, Stark. I'm doing all right. Snow White and the Seven Deadly Wars. Okay, but hold up. Wait. That's kind of a sick. Wait, we can cook with this. We can cook. I have no idea what we could be cooking with, but what I said. I don't know why my brain was like, I said seven, and then my brain was like, oh yeah, the Seven Deadly, and then I forgot that it was dwarves. So like we're here now. I'm being thrown. Is this the Pikmin? Is this the Seven Deadly Wars? Is just throwing Pikmin at me until I die? Seven Deadly Dwarves, Glock, Machete, Tonfa, Bazooka, Tomahawk, Nike. How many is that? Women in STEM, swords, tomahawks, epées, and maces. Thank you. Girl runs from homes and dies eating a poison apple on a train. Oh.
No.
Okay. Okay, now time to refine this. I don't know where I'm going with this piece. Does anyone else ever, like, anyone who's an artist, do you ever sometimes like finish a sketch and you're like, I want to do more, but I don't know how far I want to take it?
You have no idea what it.
Now I really want to draw my bird son on macro. I'm 100% for this. I'm 100% for yes. Okay, glad it's just not me. Like I'm not the only one to Why is this why is that da 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 da? Why does that sound so familiar? I looked at the song title and I also, yeah, what kind of bird? I didn't realize you had a bird sauna. Those things with a piece of floss on the stick. A striped cuckoo? I don't think I've, yeah, I've been there. Just be careful not to scope creep yourself. It helps that I have zero fucking idea how to render and shade. So I never go beyond just coloring. I need to learn how to do that. They're little birds with jazz hands. Striped cuckoo. Okay, that's a... Look at them, though. They got little mohawks. That's not the right... I've enabled... Look at them! Look at that bird. I love birds. That guy is styling. Like, these things, the fork to suspend floss rather than act like a spool of... Yeah, those are just called flossers. Starky loves birds. Who would have guessed? Gotta love birds. Birds are neat. They're neat animals. They're very, very neat animals. Are you ready? Well, no, just some. Oh, this is Kim Petras, isn't it? Oh yeah, it's Kim Petras. Yeah, this is very Kim Petras. Here, I think I need to probably bring this stuff in. Are you ready for... I mean, it's a banger. It's a banger, don't get me wrong. I'm sensory pleased to have a flosser embedded in my teeth. Okay. What is even on this layer? I to some degree I feel like Trendy's stream has prepared me emotionally for Kim Petras. You ready? Ready for a rim job? To be fair, I love ass up in the air. I love Kim Petras's ass in the air. It just it hovers ever so slightly too close. Wait, is Robin okay? Hold up. Did they? Shit. I gotta check something. Yeah, it's fine. He had this a while back. Okay. I was about to say, it's like, did he have another one? I was only made aware of them, like, a couple of months after they happened. So I was like... Oliver saying everybody's doing it. Okay. Thriller night. Doom. Ba-doom boom 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 boom. Ba-doom boom boom boom. Doom boom boom. Doom boom boom. She does a really good like siren. Like not the fish type that like bring you to your death, the police type. The fuck is going on here? Remixes. The bed building sure is going badly. It's Friday, y'all. Freaky Friday. Definitely someone's getting freaky on the Friday. So this... The first step is not working as I'm meant to. Stand the legs, but they refuse to stand. Holy shit, I did not realize that she used a slur. I guess I shouldn't be surprised. Now I'm really thinking. Now that I'm thinking about it for more than 2 seconds, it shouldn't be even remotely surprising. Welcome on, Gigantic. Let have you, sweet bean. Don't. Why are y'all dancing to this? Starky, what's your stand name? Bear Ghost. What's your stand ability? I can afflict like Call of Duty lag switching on items and people. I want a stand ability that's like I want a stand ability that like rewards creativity. You're the main villain, I see. I don't necessarily, here's the thing, I don't necessarily think I would be the main villain. It is technically like it technically is like a time altering stand, but like I think of it more as being like, because like, you know how like with the lag switching, you like let's say you're standing here and then you like move forward for 6 frames. In your brain you're still here, but like you're actually over here. A joke, don't worry. But that does mean I could just be like, I just minus sunshine, lollipops, and rainbows. I do like the idea of just fucking like dropping a pen, freezing it in time, and letting all the fucking momentum of gravity build up until it just turns into an orbital strike that just devastates you. You'd be a Joe, bro? Oh, probably. It would probably be one of those abilities where like they would need to nerf. Like the way when I describe it like that, you don't have a shirt. Welcome on, Zephiel. Glad to have you, sweet bean. The stand ability would be force people to eat their own words, literally. Wait, is that? Hold up. You've brain blasted me. I think I understand now how Echo's Act 3 works. I'd be your Joe, bro. Also, like, that ability would just be, like, useful in day-to-day, like, life. Just be like, I don't want to interact with someone, so they see me, and they're clearly coming to talk to me, and then I just freeze them in place, and then walk away. Well, that was horrifying. I just meant more so make people have to commit to their words, so if you lie to me, you have to hard commit. I mean, there actually is precedence for that, because that is to some degree how Marilyn Manson's ability works. I can't remember the name of the stand. It's protect queer art. Starky doesn't have a shirt. We just let him borrow it. No, it's my shirt. Y'all just keep fucking stealing it. I don't even know what you're doing with it. It very rarely comes back to wash, so clearly y'all aren't listening to what I say. But also, that does make me wonder why you would want to take take a sweaty lab coat. I guess to be fair, I now know that my like that y'all are certified bunches of freaks ever since the I just might start getting new one every time. Hold up. Ever since I worked on this, I can confirm that my average viewer base is full of some freaks, affectionate. Like this one ended up being very, very well received by y'all. Slushed ranked lobby, oh my god. Apparently there's someone out there that's got a fucking pit licking emote, and I'm like, I respect it, but also like I wouldn't risk my instant upload privileges for that, I'm not gonna lie. It's a good bit, but like it does actually come with a meaningful cost. Or no, hold up. It's actually a worse than pit sniffing. It's apparently pit licking. Starky, you have known I am not normal. I just keep a good lid on it. That's fair. I thought that was a face for a second. I mean, it's like hold up. I'm about to ruin frogs. me see if I can find a good frog that fits the bill. Because there's certain frogs where if you look at if you like block out the eyes, their snout is just a second face. Maybe the most innocent one here, not gonna lie, probably. Starky, you as a service top, know that the internet is 90% subby bottoms. It's not that extreme. Like the split isn't necessarily that extreme, but it definitely does seem like there is a top shortage. Which, like, I'm, you know. I don't know. I'm happy to provide, and it being as tall as I am does also mean that you know, I'm basically a full service top. Oh, the bedrocking song. So that is a sound effect that it comes with some like frequently used sound library, and I definitely can't hear it without thinking that people are fucking. Problem is, that sound shows up in a lot of music. Pretty sure that most tops aren't online like subs. I suppose that's fair. Dina Dan's OP is just Pikmin. Flex day. It is kind of wild how much I believe the band's name is Creepy Nut. Like they've really hit the big time, I feel like, because of the anime music. Is this a fucking Tsuramaki Maki Lite? It's definitely a cover. I needed to do another cover at some point. It's really funny how Creepiness appeared out of nowhere with like a year's bops and disappeared this year. I mean, listen, I respect the fuck out of them. I respect that more than if they like. I think that we need to put more respect on people who like show up, do something really, really well, and then don't necessarily need to continue. Because like you know, The Simpsons, Family Guy, like those things that just end up like outliving like how entertaining they are. Obama. I I feel like I just got stun locked. I feel like I'm the like Obama. I didn't realize Obama was in the candy dance. Okay, I'm losing my mind now. Is this Kahoot X One-Winged Angel? Because that seems to be what this is. Kahoot OST One-Winged Angel. This isn't even a fucking Silva Gunner. Okay, so mostly this is just like cleaning up this sketch. So that way I can have like kind of a better idea of like what all still needs to be like developed. Ow. Yeah, a little bit I'm really glad they kept the choir. I'm really glad the choir found work after the original Final Fantasy VII. Oh boy, I love Tinnidius. Tinnidius? Isn't that what the things from Warframe are called? Tinnitus? I love tinnitus. My tinnitus has been acting up recently, so I can't even jokingly say that because I'm like, it'll fucking summon it. Best Buy cheddar cheese LGBT. Best Buy cheddar cheese LGBT Sephiroth. So, what's your favorite final boss OST? That's a good question. I think it's got to be Bowser's Inside Story. In the finales, it fucking goes so goddamn hard, like way harder than it has any right to. Sitting there doing nothing, and all you hear is just eee. Definitely me when I eat. Yeah, it does. I feel like okay. There are games nowadays that like are made with a specific kink in mind, and then like they are actually also extremely well made games. The one that comes to mind is apparently Tribal Hunter is extremely well made, and I need to play that at some point. Tribal Hunter is very good, but like it is funny to me that like probably the example of a kink fueled game. You haven't? I haven't. It probably the example of a kink fueled game is from fucking Nintendo. Like a kink game that just turns out to be like actually a lot of fun. Starky, I know what you need to play. I'm saving for that for like a subathon or something, I feel like. I've heard good things about it, but also like it just is a kink game. So in part, I'm apprehensive to stream it because I know chat's gonna be like wilding about it. This sounds familiar. That's from Dislight, apparently. This is Dislight. I've heard good things about Dislight, but also I've heard that it's a lot of like eventually just becomes a lot of menuing, which at some point becomes like that at some point that's just like that's why I stopped playing AFK Arena, is because I'm just like all I'm doing is spending 15 minutes a day menuing. Have you been saving up the bells for the sad Birdman? I have. Depressed Birdman. Also, the Borb drone Starkey is it's still stuck in design hell. I found the perfect Borb drone design. Oops, caps. You're just really. I found the perfect Borb drone design. Just extremely loud. It'd be hard to find full versions of dislike character songs sometimes. Depressed. Wait, this sounds. Dun 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 dun. This sounds so familiar. Nah. Oh, okay. World is Mine. I was like, that makes sense. I was like, it took me a minute. Sorry, mix cover of that. I think they should be based off of Great Potu. I almost got over a cold just in time for the plants outside to start having sex and setting off my allergies. Oh no! Welcome on Cyber Adventure. Stay inside. Stay inside. We will. The internet will protect you from the plant orgy. The internet girl, Angel Girly is getting an anime too. Wow. This is for an anime? Cosmic Princess Kaguya movie. Where Princess Kaguya becomes a streamer idol instead. I have no idea who Princess Kaguya is. The only Kaguya I know off the top of my head is Kaguya, is Kaguya-sama. The bamboo cutter folktale. Oh, the Moon Prince. Oh, okay, yes, I know. Yes, I'm familiar with that one actually. It is funny how like that's all I really needed. Does this mean I'm worldly? I guess it's to some degree I am more worldly on average than like the average person. If they're named Kaguya, they're usually based off of Princess Kaguya. Huh. I guess I didn't notice that. Armor's definitely annoying to draw, but it's not that bad. I think the upside of armor is that like no matter what angle it is, it doesn't necessarily change shape too much. Chang'e has an amnesiac roommate that is Princess Kaguya. I'm assuming that's Chang'e from the I'm assuming I'm also fucking with that pronunciation. But that's from the Moon Festival legend, right? From Chinese mythology. That sounds like a variation of the Saints Young Men manga, though. Hui and Chang'e. Thought it was Chang'e. I think it's one of those things where it's like there's a million different the way I've heard it pronounced is Chang'e. I'm assuming also I'm completely butchering the fucking tonal aspect of it because I literally don't know what I'm even supposed to be listening for, to be honest. I'm gonna be honest with you. I'm scared. I spelled it phonetically. All right, I'll look it up. There's got to be a pronunciation. Here it is. In Mandarin, the name of China's lunar probe. Oh, that's actually kind of adorable. I didn't realize this was such a meme. I did not realize that this was the depths of this particular meme. How to pronounce Those are British people, you can't believe what they said. Chang'e. 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 Fascinating. Why did you just put gay in the queue? It's spelled like change, but it's a Chinese word, so it's got that the like the linguistic quirks. Changge. I don't pretend to even have. I'm sorry. I try to get stuff right when I pronounce in other languages, but there's like zero. There's no way in any fucking flavor of hell that I'm able to pronounce anything like Chinese properly. Unfortunately. At least you tried. At least you aren't trying to pronounce Gaelic. The only fucking Gaelic I know is Ledaho. Ledaho, Escuelga. I think it's Te. E for effort. Chung-e. Chung-e. The only I know at the top of my head is the chorus, the Internationale, in Chinese. I know exactly one phrase in Japanese. I believe it's Ononoko Shiranasai. I believe that's supposed to translate to "go piss girl" in Japanese. Gomenasari, gomenasari, gome. I wonder how they translate the game "sorry" into. I do love. There's a guy who does. There's a guy who's lived in Japan for like a decade who does Rakugo bits in the English, and he did one about like the layers of intensity for saying thank you in Japanese, where it's like the topmost like profound thanks is like I cannot begin to repay the kindness that you have done to me, and then he's just like, and the bottommost like the least like, you know, grateful you can be while saying thank you is thank you. And he just crashes out. His Rakugo bits are genuinely so thank you. It's so fucking funny. We were so close to Akane. We were so close to a Kane Banashi anime. God, I hope it's good. So I'm gonna jump the person. Hatsune Miku Lake Oman. Come here. Rest in peace. Gone, reduced to atoms. I just reminded the stat of the economy is apparently determined by the stock of life-size Vaporeon plushies, which I hate. I hate, not gonna lie, not causally, but correlatively. That sounds about right, to be honest. Like I don't necessarily have anything to offer there besides the fact that, like, if you told me that, I'd be like, yeah, that sounds correct. There's a Hello Kitty Vocaloid. I think her name is Nekomura. Nekomaru. There's gotta be, okay, so there's gotta be something going on with Maru. Welcome on in, Frank Redwing. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. There's got to be also, we're about to run our second set of ads. We've run those every hour to turn off pre-rolls. People don't have to deal with the ads as soon as they join the stream. Feel free to go grab a snack or some hydration. We will be here when you come back. You're so ding and Rampa poisoned. Well, here's the thing, because there's a Jujutsu Kaisen character, Nekomaru's enthusiasm to shit. You know, for all of the JoJo energy that Nekomaru has going on with him, I think that there's one takeaway that you need to look at Nekomaru with, and I think that that's just the profound love that man has for shitting. I want to experience the, like, unbridled enthusiasm and love and joy from another person that Nekomaru experiences while taking a dump. Like this man, his entire existence seems to be predetermined by, like, the sheer, like, pressure of fecal matter contained within him. You know, in some ways determined by, you know, the aforementioned JoJo character status. I have to imagine his blood pressure is just incredible. I love that routine. I won't lie, I genuinely think that Redeem has gotten, like, I think I've meaningfully improved my fucking improv skills because of that Redeem. I never heard of Flower before. But between Mechamaru from Jujutsu Kaisen and Nekomaru, I feel like there's gotta be, like, some, like what's going on with the Maru name? Welcome on in, Sino. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Good to shout out for Sino. Also, I have to imagine that rant was extremely confusing for people who haven't played or haven't been here for the playthrough of Danganronpa 2. Come on, if one of my mods is available, can we just shout out for Sino Paradise? Fucking spectacular artist, a big, soft, fluffy Durg creature. Yeah, I'm doing some art myself. Oh, I didn't draw the other horn. Currently, I'm in the point of refining the sketch. Did someone say Durg? Yes, I know it's a Durg. They're a very early morning Durg for us. Maru is associated with poop, if I remember correctly. Fellow Durg. What is happening? I didn't realize this was fucking Otto. Wait, is this an Otto cover? Or was Otto always the person who... What was that? That was a music video shit. Okay, I'm excited to hear. It's a cover. I'm curious to see, like, Otto is a fucking spectacular vocalist. So I'm now excited to hear this, but also Which, man, I don't know how she still has vocal cords after. Why did I fuck with this? It was looking fine. It was looking fine and I fucked with it. Use your hands as a reference. Fuck it. God damn! Otto, holy shit! Honestly, like, I I need to practice my vocals a lot, but I do want to do, like, some more vocal covers. I wish I had the willpower to pull that off. That's crazy. As I said, her poor vocal cords. Oh yeah, no, she definitely, she goes super hard in everything she does. She screams in bursts so it doesn't hurt her vocal cords too much. I mean, it's still impressive. Because, like, that's not easy to... Like, switching between a screaming and normal tone is not necessarily easy to do on the fly, either. The air it takes? Oh, absolutely. She's got spectacular breath control. She's a domain expansion diaphragm. Basically, lollipops and rainbows, everything that's wonderful is what I feel when we're together. Enter then a schlucky penny. Streams of piercer and I feel so fine as to know that you are mine. Lollipops and rainbows and it's... Everybody sunshine, lollipops and rainbows. Everything that's wonderful is sure to come your way when you're in love to I feel like this song is like aged. Like this song's still a banger. And I feel so fine just to know that you are mine. I remember some of the Two Drunks Get Some Comfy for me. I'm kind of envious of that level of like intolerance to alcohol as someone who has a relatively high tolerance. To the point where I scare people when I actually tell them how much alcohol I drink. It's immortal. Anyone ever? Everyone is. It's immortal. Everyone is drowning in lava. It was the second time I drank beer. YFT, what the fuck is this? Was that in the song? This might be a skip. Yep, that's gonna be a skip. I'm so concerned. Don't worry. Don't worry. It's not our problem anymore. It's like the what's that one fat for fighting game? Don't worry, it's gone. It's been sent to Jesus. We don't have to we don't have to worry about it anymore. Someone who knows, someone's gotta know what the fuck I'm talking about. The what, Starky? Crushing Force? Crushing Force. No what? Hold up.
Rats, where rats, where the rats.
A part of me died building that bed frame, but it is finished.
That was never a fighting game. I am so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm gonna ruin your entire day. Hold up. Share, Starky, show them. Y'all are gonna learn today. We're gonna learn collectively. I'm gonna inflict this on everyone in chat. Because some of y'all don't believe me. This is the opening frame of the fucking trailer, by the way. There is no crushing force, didn't Bossing say? God damn, though. Apparently this game is also like incredibly technically like demanding. Like in terms of like in terms of fighting games, this is actually kind of a sick fighting game. I know an artist in that game. I'm gonna stop it because I'm gonna stop it there because it is there are, so like, if you know that shit's in Mugen. It weighs, oh shit, that's right, because Mugen is like the Omni fighting platform, right? But no, not safe for TJ. It has some kinks that I genuinely like. I tend to be pretty like open about kinks, but there are certain stuff that does make me genuinely uncomfortable. There is an amount of just like gas oriented kink content in that game. Mugen is the RPG maker of fighting games. there is a lot. Welcome on and Poppin'. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. Can I shout for Poppin'? So anyways, now that I've traumatized all of us, Poppin', you're gonna have to act as the therapy dog. I've inflicted trauma on chat. But no, we are currently working on a macro march. Let's see. I have a very long hour video of guys going over this game, and every single character. I don't know if it's better or worse that apparently it's extremely technically demanding. Starky doesn't like farts, noted. It's yeah, it's definitely one of those ones that I am not a fan of. But nothing wrong with it, which isn't to say like, oh, like you're disgusting if you're into them. Like,
Rats,
live your bliss, just don't involve me.
Rats.
Also, I can't go to a doctor and ask them to draw Rouge the Bat wider than she is tall with tits to match, now can I?
I do love that post. I love that post a lot. I might need to grab some references for these two people. You like what you like? Exactly. If we're not traumatizing on a Friday, is it really a Friday? Yeah. That's a fair point. You gotta make sure you gotta min-max your Friday trauma. I mean, like, everyone's gonna be drunk on the weekend, so like, you know, if you are gonna develop some kind of trauma, today is the day to do it. Welcome on in media. Glad to be a sweet bean. Let's see. We trauma maxing a little bit. A little bit as a treat. Sorry, I'm not allowed to get drunk. That would be drunk driving. You're driving right now? I'm officially in spring break and I'm doggy relaxing. Hell yeah. I'm glad to hear that. It's definitely been a very busy time, I have to imagine, for you. So I'm glad you're able to finally get some, you know, self-care in. Oh, absolutely. Gosh, I've been busy. I definitely like. I feel like it's like only like recently that like I've actually gotten a proper chance to relax since the holidays. So I definitely know the feeling. I had a 12 to 15 page research paper on the efficiency of China's government. I finally get to start during this spring break. That definitely sounds like a bit. I won't lie. That the speaking actually fucked up my brain. I was like, wait, what the fuck? Why is there knocking?
Rats, we're rats.
What's up, Chris?
We're the rats.
Shame my Uber Eats driver for getting me a Four Loko as a replacement for a cranberry mic.
Yeah, that's actually like kind of shameworthy. I'm not gonna lie. But no, hopefully that ends up going swiftly, so that way you can just get some like proper downtime in for the during the holiday then. Like, you could have just gone two for 4 Loco mangoes like the other one I ordered. Oh, never mind. You makes harder. I was yeah, that's I was about to say, is like, wait, you also ordered 4 Loco? At that point, I was like, I was gonna have less sympathy. I didn't order any 4 Loco. The only time I willingly drank 4 Loco was EDC 2024. I mean, for like a, you know, for like a dance event like that, that does make sense. Also, I just noticed that these actually end up going like... The Galantis set at EDC with 2024 was peak. Wait, did you see the incredibly cursed peak Fortnite skins? As you seen that, I'll be honest with you. I have no interest in Fortnite anymore. Like negative interest. Same. But like the cursed models of the peak characters. Oh wait, that's right, because they didn't they do that with the fucking, like... Didn't they do that also with, like, the... Let's see. I'll be honest with you, I think less of Peak. Yeah, it was the repo... the repo's bots are fucking horrifying. I think I think less of the Peak devs. I get it, but I also, like, it is undeniably, like, you know. Yeah, this is, they're just built wrong. Like, I usually use built wrong as like an affirmative, but these guys are just built incorrectly. Don't forget the AI Fortnite emotes. Oh, don't worry, I don't forget. That's why I'm like, fuck Fortnite. Fuck Fortnite indefinitely. Yeah, it's... Oh, this is not peak. It is the opposite of... Never played it. Never playing it again. Yeah, I'm definitely... I think my days of playing Fortnite are past me. Which isn't to say, like, oh, like, shame anyone who's, you know, who is still playing it. Just, like, my personal AI emote. Yeah, they've started using, AI slop for their emotes, some of the music, like some of the art. It's just like, it's just not, it is not the vibe. Stop. This is a very big oof. Yeah. I won't lie. As time is going on, I'm definitely developing more and more of an affinity towards this Moo Man. Now that I'm like actually spending some time to draw him. Okay. I'm gonna try drawing characters from memory. This is gonna go extremely poorly. Because I'm also drawing them from the back. What? What is this? Streamers. Yeah. Hmm. Welcome on in, Darv. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. I'm gonna need to probably draw these with like a more fine brush tool. Now I'm thinking about it. Welcome on, though, Darv. Can we get a shout out for Darv, fellow Thunderfang member? Heck, an incredibly sweet burp. Go give him a check out. Let's see.
Rats,
I'm also gonna like.
rats. Where the rats?
Streamer's gay. Ole.
I mean, she was just right on that one. I'm gonna be honest with you. Hey, would you like to look at the music video for this one? Home Haruka. What is... Why is she moving like... Why is she moving like a claymation figurine?
Rats, where rats?
What's up, Chris?
Where the rats?
Hey Starky, it's spring, time for the grass and trees to bloom, time for longer light. Isn't it exciting?
Welcome on to Dolop's Dog. Glad to have you, Sweet Bean. And yeah, it is exciting. Why'd they fuck up her animations like this? Let me see if I can find the Dracula Flow quote. Not the MMD. Girly Pop's like she's dancing like she is she okay? This is wait. I'm cooking. TF2 models in Gmod. This is what you look like when you're trying to hit a fly while in VR chat with full body tracking. Me trying to pet 3 dogs simultaneously while in VR chat. Me fighting off the Hat Man. The Benadryl has kicked it. To be fair, she is kind of killing it. I mean, if I could do that, I'd be fucking dancing like that too. I'm gonna be honest. Are you winning against the Hat Man? It's a tight race. I don't like her running towards the camera. You are the person who put this in the queue. Hold up. Send me this. I think it's this. I was trying to find the Dracula flow quote. Nope. I mean, that's also here. Oh, my bookmarks. I mean, to be fair, I'm saving this. I don't know what I'm going to use it for, but I'm saving this. I will be using this for something. I will be I want to try to find the MFD. Dusky, welcome on in. I have a joke for you, Starky. Hit me with it. Why do Peruvian owls travel in pairs? I was lurking to stream when you hit with this. I can't remember what the punchline was, though. Why do Peruvian owls travel in pairs? They're in cahoots. I love the guy who just coughs incredibly fucking loudly. It kills me every fucking time. But no, hopefully you're doing well, Dusky. Happy Friday. Congrats on surviving another week. This is gonna be a busy weekend for me. Mostly just because a lot of stuff's happening tomorrow. Okay, you deserved what I DM'd you just now. I didn't. I wasn't the one who fucking oh wait, hold up. This one actually might be cute. It is cute. Also, can we shout for Dusky to punish his crimes? That's an extremely tight kitten burrito. Hold up. There's gotta be... Hold up. Hold up. I'm finding something. I'm finding something that's definitely not going to be a cursed comparison. Okay, I found it. I found the proper comparison. We have cute cat all stumped up. These are the same image. He never cries. Look at the comments. We're not fucking crying. Yes! 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 Other people share my fucking mind virus! Why did I just straight up do the fucking the M Bison? Yes! Yes! Keep going. No, oh my god. We're not scrolling Reddit. Okay, that was the last one. Or who's winning the scream off? They do have I feel like they're both screaming, but they have very different energies about the screaming. Can I have context on that Baki image though? I mean, it's the context isn't going to help you. Do you think the context will save you? Do you think the context can save you? It's fucking Baki. No more music from here on out, I swear. That's good. I don't want to. I have gotten more willing to skip shit, but that doesn't necessarily mean that I like doing it. I'm trying a little something different with my like line art. Starky wants to let us cook. He let me cook. I want to let you cook, but also I have trust issues because of y'all. Do you trust me? Name one time I abused the song request bot. Ooh, ooh, I look just like Buddy Holly. Uh-oh, and you're Mary Tyler Moore. I don't care what they say about us anyway. I don't care about that. Fair point. Damn right, it's a fair point. I say with the kind of bitterness you would only hear from like a 40 like a straight guy in a marriage that's been going for like more than 40 years. Me explain to someone who suddenly blasts me with Buddy Holly. For context, Zeph would put multiple Buddy Hollies in the song queue a day. For people who have joined us after that bit has been thoroughly, you know, killed and then mummified and then put into a fucking grinder. Because Buddy Holly playlist has been deleted. I have no memory of deleting it. Both of those things could be true, is all I'm saying. All I'm saying is that both of those statements could actually be accurate. It's no longer there. It's now the ooh-ee-ah cat singing. That's definitely been a more frequent appearer for sure. That was during the Spotify era? Yeah. YouTube ooh-ee-ah isn't the same. Was that supposed to be a song request, YFT? I was about to say, it's like, yeah, you okay there? Also, we almost certainly, like, the queue length is almost certainly beyond what we have left in stream. Oh, actually, might not be. So 6, 9, 12, 14, but that one might get skipped. 18, 22, 20. We have room for, I think that will do it, actually. I think that will actually do it. Turn off raids. Also a good reminder. A good reminder about that. Good answer. Good answer. Good answer. Dorito. Let's see. There you go. The raids have been the gates have been closed for raids. Because unfortunately, I actually do need to, like, I need to get to bed at, like, a reasonable time tonight. Because, like, I am getting up, like, at my normal hours tomorrow. Like, my normal working hours. I think the stretch save and the hydrate. Reasonable time is 4 a.m. I was thinking closer to, like, 8. Normally, during the weekends, I sleep in until, like, fucking, like, 12 or 1 o'clock. I'm trying to figure out a way to, like, weaponize my own, like, I've set up I've scheduled an event to force myself to try and get up and, like, actually go about doing stuff. We take care of Burb. Burb takes care of the arson. Who told you that? I would never commit arson. He has to hide the bodies. No, don't worry. I don't have to hide the bodies. I have to hide the fluoroantimonic acid. That's the bigger problem. Wait. Why do you need acid? We don't ask questions. Don't ask questions you don't want the answer to. You could goob absorb the bodies. You think I want some of those? Listen, I ain't just gonna goo absorb anybody. You get larger because more nanomachines and boom, no more corpses. I ain't taking the risks that might come with, you know, digesting and huming and consuming and turning, you know, formerly living and sapient beings into nanomachines, unless they're into that. As much as I am into that, can I just be a minion to the gray goo? Yeah, I mean, we're accepting applications. Also, welcome on Chaos. Good idea, sweet bean.
This is Alpha Team. Looks like we have a slowly approaching bear. The bears will be in eventually. Scratch that, bear will arrive sooner than thought. Oh shit, bear is approaching
Chaos.
at alarming speeds. Bear is go fast, losing track of bear. Bear has reached Mach 1. I repeat, Mach 1. We have lost visual on bear. Oh no!
What plans do you have with that bear? What are you planning with that bear? I did not have sexual relations with that bear. I also, okay, I recently had like a fucking core memory reawaken, because Papa put on the unedited footage of a bear, and I definitely saw that as a kid, and I just didn't internalize or understand it until we would watch it again, and I'm like, oh wait, I did not have sexual relations with that bear. Don't molest the bears. No, go have fun, lots of fun. Fun. I could not bear at all. Should Zeph be allowed to eat a person? Or corpse as a treat? Hey, Zeph. Hey, Zeph, why is corpse an option? B, I didn't realize you were into vor. C, I feel like if you're into vor, you're more likely to be the vor-e than the vorer. Wow, Starky. Assumptions. You're into bondage. Vor is just bondage, but like with flesh. The Vor slut got caught for bullying. Oops, I'm learning so much about automod.
Rats, we're rats. We're the rats.
Got to distract them from the poem funny joke. I did not have sexual relations with that bear and other quotes moms can't say.
That's not a no. That is very distinctly not a no. So I think it's safe to you know, some of our assumptions might have hit the target. Is all I'm saying on the matter. Divorce sounds like a title from a software game. So you really didn't read my stories, and I'm glad about it. Thank you for reading nothing on my Fur Affinity page. Please keep not reading. We're learning. We're learning. We learn, we do not we see and we do not judge. Welcome on in, Gwim. Speaking of people to tease, Gweem. Hi, Gweem. How are you doing? Can we shout out for Grim? As long as Zeph is being bullied, I'm safe. Yeah, actually, you'd probably like this piece, because this is where I'm working on a macro-micro piece. Well, not micro, but size difference. But no, hopefully you're doing well. Bad fish. Bad bird. I guess Oshio is technically a cetacean?
Starky, I will let you guess 3 fetishes I wrote about and I will tell you how many you get right. Not what ones, though.
Let's see. We know bondage is one, so like guessing that one would probably be a waste of time. I'm gonna go ahead and say we need to go for the stuff that we haven't had confirmed. I feel like we've had hypnosis and Vor confirmed. Yes, Orca. Zeph, what's the name of those stories? Start really thinking about this. I'm trying to apply information theory. I'm trying to apply information theory to force one of my mods to out himself. I found his FA. No, stop. I'm gonna go ahead and say the 3 I will suggest are TF, Bad End, and Musk. Two. Okay. I don't know if I've caught you in a lot of... I feel like that more or less confirms TF. Because I feel like of those 3, TF is like the one that's most likely. This is art. The 7th Soul, an Undertale 4 story. Fascinating. The timeout button isn't working. It's because they're a mod. Wait, am I doing song requests wrong? We switched back to Nightbot. So, also I did disable. I disabled the song edition because we have like enough left for the rest of stream. Feck, I'm sorry. I will not tell you what, but my YouTube algorithm might be beyond repair. Hypnosis ASMR for you, Kasai. I deleted my own message out of empathy. Understandable. Good thing you didn't find those 2 stories. You realize at that point that becomes a temptation. Like at that point you're turning it into a challenge. No, something more cursed. Do 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 do. I mean, it is cursed, but it also still works. Da 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 na 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 na. If you ever see a story called The Call and the Crown, just close for affinity. That's already too much exposure to that story. Not my own moderator outing himself in my chat. The bit of the cold, the cold, the cold, the cold, bit of the cold, the cold, the cold, the cold, bit of the cold, the cold, the cold. So if someone tells me a joke I find funny, I will tell Starky the main two. We listen and we do not judge. Exactly. Zeph exists in a strange conjoined space of extreme kinks and book talk girlies. That's a wild, like, location to be in. Also, I like how it's like Zeph, you're offering this stuff up for free. This is in chess. This would be called an unforced error. Wait, it's true. But the joke could be funnier, really funny though. You could just be like, someone tell me a joke. You could just be like, someone tell me the joke, and then don't offer. Becoming your boyfriend's boxers comes right after from worker to bitch to property. I'm learning so much. Also, to some degree, though, that more or less it tells me what the what two of the three I need to learn your whereabouts. I don't know how this happened. I don't know how my mods happened. I'm beginning to think that I just like in a fugue state when I was picking some of my mods. I say with all of the love, and also bonks my own mods with the fucking horny bat. Want to hear a fun fact about Zeph's current D&D character? Go for it. Also, I'll be honest with you, Zeph. I don't know if you have it or not, but at this point, it's really hard to not believe that you have a bullying kink. Gosh, even Zeph has written erotica. What the fuck am I doing with my life? Dropping that crazy mod like a parent. Crazy mod lore. His D&D character was an adopt. You know what? I don't know what. Tell me what. Also, remember when our last set of 3-minute ads, we run this every hour to turn off reels. I find being called out to be funny. I can't sentence today. Understandable. Today is not a day of sentences. Minor spelling mistake. Your argument has been invalidated by your own inability to speak English. Shame. Huh, this is Nobunoko? Zeph said, and I quote, "I am down horrendous for the adopt he made this D&D character." Is this the horse? Is his D&D character the horse? Yes? Okay. I also have context for the horse then. Horrible creature. If you time out Oceano and Kasai for 5 minutes, I'll tell you what's in the collar and the crown. Nah. Nah. It's funnier this way. Live in ignorance. That's the plan. That's the plan, baby. Ignorance is bliss. This hurts less than when my non-furry safe for work friend group found my fur affinity. It said my stuff was tame. I mean, it depends on who your friends are, I'm gonna be honest. Like I said, like I have a friend who's like pretty into breath play, so like, you know. My tolerance levels for what is and is not like an extreme kink is relatively up there, even if there is like some, you know, some stuff that I would consider like, you know, not vanilla, but like, you know, not extreme, but I guess sufficiently kinky that I still don't find any appeal in at all. 23 stories in FA, and then in the middle of the reference for the horse with dong in a hole. The funny thing is I showed Zeph the abomination upon my YouTube Rex, and I'm yet to have been blackmailed and never punished. I'm slowly poisoning my friend group so that so they are at the same level of group of furries. What? You're poisoning me? You would never poison me, right, Phoenix? That's called trust. I mean, here's the thing. Like, if you just tell me not to look at a thing, I have a combination of extremely busy schedule and ADHD. So realistically speaking, if you tell me a thing exists and not to look at it, I will not look at it. No, the rest of our friends. Okay, I was gonna say, it's like, you're really fucking, you really feel the need to poison me? I'll tell you one thing I do not enjoy. Again, free information. We can use information theory, ABDL. I do not enjoy diapers. I'm not a fan either. To some degree, it is like, I have to amend that by saying, like, if you are into it, then no shame at all. Because there is a fucking subset of people who do try to shame that. I'm simply too busy to engage with your filth. Honestly, kind of. This will be like Kilo and change the subject. But yeah, no. It's not my thing. More power to you if you're into it. We will not be discussing that here. So Stanley Cups, they fucking suck, right? Yes, please. Yeah. Anyways. Just be, like, nice to each other. Like, I didn't mean to you go on. Don't let a little bug like me stop you. I won't be honest. I'll be honest with you. I think that's maybe the most British thing I think I've ever heard you say, is just like the very dry, sarcastic, like, no, continue your suffering. I felt not safe work accounts on Fair Affinity, but that's because they either use it for both safe work and not safe work, or because something like a raffle, like even all for actual not safe work following. I do the same. And be like, oh, the Starky After Dark, and I'm like, there's really nothing to see. I'll like retweet some stuff. Someone just favorited one of my stories, not naming names. But yeah, no, where was it going? I will follow the occasional not safe work artist on my main, just because I'm like, the art's good, and like, I'm very much of the opinion where I'm like, I don't necessarily need to engage with a not safe for work aspect to enjoy, like, to find value in art. English just it's sometimes just jump scare with a very British thing to say. I'm gonna go ahead and finish out the queue, and then we'll be wrapping up, which means about 6 minutes left. But no, I'm like, a lot of people are like, oh, Starky, like, is it okay if I say not safe for work stuff? Welcome on in, Zill. I go that sweet beat, and I see a burb, I see a wolf, and I'm drawing macro stuff. That hand is gonna continue to piss me off, I swear to God. I like everything else about the piece, though. But I thought you're doing well. Oh my God, a wolf? Where? I don't know. Any wolves in chat? Any wolves in chat want to announce themselves? Actually, I think we have a relatively low, like, wolf and fox population here, compared to, like, the statistical average of the furry community. Bark. Crazy. Really? Because I'm like, congrats, Starky, you're not basic. I half count. Oh, I guess yeah, you kind of, like, because you're a hybrid. Imagine being a wolf SMH. There goes Gao. There's nothing wrong with being a fox. Clearly, there's something about the foxes that people find appealing. I'm more of a dog than a wolf, not gonna lie. To some degree, I'm like, there is a little bit of overlap. I hope you're well, Starky. It's been a hot minute. I'm doing all right. It's been a little bit of a chaotic last couple of months, so to some degree, I'm like especially like this week. I don't know. It's something about like yesterday and today. I'm just exhausted. Okay, yeah. But no, hopefully you're doing well, even although it just sounds like it's been a bit busy for you as well. Because I'm like, a lot of life has just been like doing job applications and stuff. getting some stuff done on the video essay. Welcome on, Eighth Wolf. I'm glad I do Sweet Bean. Crazy busy, yeah, but still going. But what can I do? Yeah, that's kind of where I'm at as well. Where I'm like, you know, like it's all right to just like live some days. I wish I could make more progress on projects and stuff, but like I'm not gonna beat myself up over it. Because it's like I'm already doing the most that I can. There we go. Just a little bit of eye stuff. What happens if I like kind of here? Let's just like mess with the eyes for a bit. I think I like that shape a little bit more. I will say, like, there's so much about art that's just like, just try it and see how you like it. I guess to be fair, that's like the like kind of what the concept of style is. Thinking about bidding on an adoptable that hasn't been getting too much attention. Start getting your thoughts on the character after the stream. I can definitely I can give you thoughts. Recession indicator. I officially have a credit card. You know what that means? Both of those are good jokes. Like that. Credit card debt. All right. I probably need to touch up the expression a little bit next time, but come back with it with fresh eyes, I think will help a lot. But no, I can use services to act as an intermediary between my IRL identity and finances. Honestly, smart. It's unfortunate that you need to put that much energy into it, but nope, that's not the right playlist. Although it would be kind of sick to write out to this. There we go, that's the right playlist. I no longer dox myself by spending money. I mean, like, kind of, but also. But thank you for hanging out. Hopefully you guys had a good time. Let's see who is live. Let us see, let us see, let us see, let us see. Why don't we? I think we. You know what? Let's stop by a new friend. That I've been meaning to hang out in their streams for a hot minute. I've just been incredibly busy. But no, thank you for chilling and hanging out. Hopefully it was a good time. Just, you know, vibing, talking, watching the art slowly come together. Keyword on slowly sometimes it feels like. But no. Straight over to Tidebender. Tidebender is a fellow macro enthusiast. He is a bear otter. So you guys, I think you guys will like him. But no, he is currently playing some Monster Hunter. And yeah, actually, hold up. I just realized he's been going for 4 hours. He might be wrapping up. I never know. I never know. Fuck it. Fuck it. Fuck it. We commit. But no. If this is your first time here, I'm StarkyMorph, big chaos on the internet. Very stream live every Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday from 7 to 10 PST. Oh no, he is wrapping up. Fucking goddamn it. This is like the low-key, this is like the hardest part of streaming. Hardest part rating out. Second hardest part pressing start. All right, right over to Sir Growly. But yeah, I love you guys to bits. Blue Sky, updates about the video essay, art that I make, art that I get commissioned, general ramblings, all that good stuff. YouTube, VODs, all get uploaded there. The Danganronpa VOD for Tuesday is up, so be sure to go check that out. I have a not a Telegram, well I do have that, but I got a Discord for like the Pop Nair, say all the sweet beans, see the course come to the sweet beans post, and of course we have a coffee sponsorship. If you'd like to pick up some coffee from Dragon Rose Coffee, help support the stream, help support the channel, get some really, really good coffee, 10% off with discount code StarkyMorph. And yeah, I'm gonna send you all over to Sir Growly, who has been also been going for 4 hours, but he's a fool, and we're going to attack. I love you guys to bits. Thank you so much for hanging out. I want to raid out now because we are going a little bit over. But yeah, I will see you on Monday, where we'll be doing more art. Tuesday, I still need to figure out what we're doing on Thursday. I might run a poll. Like, I might try to figure out what feels like it. You know, it can kind of replace the Digimon Time Strangers. But no, I love you guys to bits. See you Monday. Have a wonderful weekend. Take care of yourselves. Bye.